Hi, it's Amy here. This week, I want to talk about a bit of self love and a bit of self worth and a bit of self respect because it's really easy to put the blame elsewhere when you're on any kind of change journey in your life, whether that is to go to bed earlier, to lose weight, to give up smoking, to start exercising, to finally set up the business of your dreams, to put a stop to other people treading all over you in relationships. But ultimately, even when we're trying to put the blame elsewhere, ultimately it all comes back to us. It comes back to how we feel about ourselves. And that is a bit of a hard truth. So I know I'm going straight in there with that message. And it's a bit of a bitter pill to swallow sometimes. But I want to remind you that long lasting, sustainable change and transformation in life, whatever it is for you, whether it's the foundational aspects or whether it's a big life shift that you're attempting to make, it all begins with you. It all begins with how you feel about yourself. So let me ask you this question now. How do you feel about yourself right now? Do you feel happy with where you are? Are you kind to yourself? Do you look in the mirror and appreciate what you see? Lumps, bumps, wrinkles, and all? It all begins with you. So, if you're going to find yourself working effectively in terms of taking those steps towards where you want to be, then we have to learn to love ourselves. We have to learn to respect ourselves. We have to learn that how we feel about ourselves influences the choices, the decisions that we make. Because quite often, when I see clients who have set off down a pathway and then find themselves failing, or not seeing things through, or doing things for a certain period of time, and then finding they drop back into old ways. Often, there's lots of reasons as to why that is, if the truth be known, but often a lot of the reasons that I find is because people aren't at a stage where they really love and respect themselves and understand that what they're doing and the decisions that they're making ultimately impact the levels of respect for ourselves. So, this kind of thought process around I show myself kind of love and respect, and that influences the choices I make, is quite a big one to get your head around, I know. But here's the thing. It really begins with acknowledging where you are right now, and whether that is in a good place with how you feel about yourself, or whether that is in a maybe more difficult or challenging place. Maybe you're not seeing yourself through those lenses of kindness, of love, and of respect just now. And it begins with acknowledging that, because we have to always acknowledge where we are right now, because where you are right now is the sum of all the decisions and all the choices that you've made in your life today. It's all the experiences you've had, the good experiences, the bad experiences, the experiences you've had control over versus the things you haven't had control over. And all of those things begin with you. So, really, to start with, when you're thinking about this, it's about showing yourself and giving yourself permission, I guess, to respect yourself, to show yourself love and kindness, and noticing your life through an emotional perspective. And this might be living your life with a more conscious effort to love and to respect yourself, which, of course, will empower you to take the decisions, to create the thought patterns that are going to enable and empower you, which are more closely aligned to your well-being. And when you can get those things lined up, when you can think about what you're doing and the choice you're going to make, and whether that's going to help to bolster your self-love and self-respect, or whether you're going to sabotage yourself and you're going to get in the way of those things, that's a really conscious way of living emotionally. And sometimes those choices, they are tough. They are mentally tough. Sometimes they're physically tough. They enable you to get out and do something. Sometimes they are kind of that emotional level. And there is often never an easy pathway. There are easy parts of the path, but the whole pathway is full of twists and turns, isn't it? Because that's life. We have to learn to navigate through those ups and downs and the bumpy roads. But you can make it easier with the right support. So I have a hub called Your Best Happy Life Hub, which is full of that support for you. It's full of lots of practical tips and ideas to help you along your way. So if you're noticing that you're sabotaging yourself, you're getting so far and then you're allowing yourself to slip back, then I would love you to come and see what that's about. And I'll put the info in the description for you, because it all begins with you. We are in charge of our own destinies. We are in charge of our own lives. No matter what's happened before, whatever our life's been like, we can choose a new path from today. And I would love to help you with that. So have a think about what I've said here. Have a think about what resonates with you. And then you decide what's your next step.